Hello everyone, happy October Awareness Month. My name is Dr. Kathryn Garforth, and today we're talking about promoting emotional stability, and this is a key factor to success. Even Warren Buffett has been quoted as saying that the key to success is emotional stability, and it's something that we need to really help our exceptional learners really cultivate and establish. Emotional stability right now with COVID happening is important for all of us, and there are steps that we can take to help create this. And it's essential because it's something that when we handle a stressful event, our emotional stability helps us get through it. It gives us the ability to take problems in stride and continue to focus on our goals and to embrace the changes and challenges that are facing us, and we are able to learn and grow as a person. Now, developing this emotional stability involves establishing at least some rudimentary skills of self-awareness and disability awareness, because this lets you know yourself better. And it's not something that develops overnight, and it's something that we can model and teach. So, simply put, emotional stability is the ability to stay level-headed in a stressful situation. And stressful situations are occurring everywhere, especially with COVID-19. But when you're an individual with a disability or an exceptionality like ADHD, autism, a learning disability, or Down syndrome, there are everyday struggles that are just not necessarily there for others. And it's hard to know that this is so much easier for so many people around you. So we need to realize that there are many factors that contribute to your mental and psychological health. And we need to acknowledge these and take a moment to realize that mental health is related to the ability to cope with the normal stresses of life and for us to be able to reach our potential. This means that we are able to accomplish what we've set out to do and allows us to be contributing members of society. Now, for a long time, there's been a stigma associated with mental health, and it's time for that to change, especially during Mental Health Awareness Month. And we need to acknowledge that, when you're suffering with mental health issues, it can be very difficult for you to exercise, eat a well-balanced diet, taking care of your physical health, and to socialize or participate in activities. So that's why we need to make sure that we provide the support that individuals need to develop an awareness of their emotional reactions to events and how these reactions impact their behavior. Now, doing this, it can be really helpful to review, the different emotions that we have: happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, surprise. Understanding these are going to help an individual identify the supports that they need to get through that situation. And you need to know what is a stressful trigger for yourself. So that's where you need that self-awareness. And we talked about self-awareness and disability awareness on Sunday, I believe, when we were going through these 6 traits. And it's knowing how your body experiences an emotion and the demands that are placed on it because of this feeling. So the more you understand who you are and what affects you in daily life, the better you're going to be able to respond to the different stressors and be proactive, which we talked about on Monday, to preparing yourself for the situation that you're going into, and to make sure that you have the supports you need to succeed in that situation. Now, there are some stressors in life that we can't predict, but there are some that we know are going to appear, and that's when we have the opportunity to be proactive and really take the time to prepare ourselves for what's going to be happening. Now, there are several different strategies that we need to develop to reduce stress. And for some people, it's doing their favorite activities and, taking that time to be mindful and realizing that some things are happening that are beyond your control, but you can take charge in preparing yourself for those situations and creating the an environment that you can succeed best in. However, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you need to be willing to look for outside help. Now, this can come from counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists, teachers, parents, creating that support group that you can draw on and finding those things like mindfulness and different relaxation techniques that you can use to help when you're feeling, overwhelmed and stressed. Now, unfortunately, there's not a one-size-fits-all model for dealing with stressful events in your life, and something that works in one event isn't necessarily going to work in all events. So we need to make sure that we develop a couple different coping mechanisms and strategies so that if the strategy that we normally use isn't working, we can try a different one, because every situation is different and the demands that it puts on you are different. So having that trusted support group of family, friends, and professionals that you can turn to when you need that additional help is very useful. Now, it's very important to realize and not be embarrassed when you need that outside support, because everybody needs to. And I just wanted to highlight a couple of things that are definitely important to start looking for some additional support if you're needing them. And that is if you're having any persistent negative thoughts or, thoughts of self-harm. This is when we need to teach individuals, okay, well, something is not right with you and you need to look for outside support. And if you've tried all your coping strategies and none of them are working, again, you need to find outside help to help you during these situations. And also, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you don't even know where to start, again, look for outside support from family, friends, family doctors, counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists. There are many walk-in mental health clinics, and there's outreach lines, community outreach programs that will be able to help you. Now, please do feel free to reach out to me if you're in one of these situations and you're feeling overwhelmed, and I can help point you to a resource. And let's do our best to help individuals develop that emotional stability and resources that they need to find success in their lives. Now, if you haven't done so already, make sure you take a moment to like the Garforth Education Facebook page. If you're an educator, join the Garforth Educators group. And if you're a parent, join the Garforth Education Parents group. These are groups where we're creating that community that you can turn to support if you're needing that extra help to get through these challenging situations, so that you have a group of people in a safe, trusted place that you can look for help, support, and guidance. We also have the Garforth Education Exceptional Parent Group that is for parents that have children with exceptionalities, and it's nice to have that support group where you're among other parents that know what it's like to, be raising a child who is a little bit different than everybody else. And that's wonderful, but it does bring additional challenges and stress to parenthood. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you join me tomorrow when I'm discussing about creating that support system to help the exceptional individual and even to help yourself in moments that you need that additional support. Take care.